Now that we know all of this, margins are a piece of cake, because the exact same rules apply. As mentioned, margins are the distance between two boxes or a box and the edge of the screen. So I selected this paragraph over here, and like with the padding and with the border, in this case we can give it a margin of 50 pixels all around. But we can also do 50 pixels, 10 pixels, 30 pixels, and 350 pixels on the top, right, bottom, and left. And as with the border and the margin, we can also state margin left 40 pixels. And there we go. So the exact same rules apply. Now there is one thing to add to margins. Because with the margin auto, we can horizontally center divs and paragraphs relative to their parents. So to show you this, let's set the width of this paragraph to 40%. Now let's give it a margin of 0 at the top and bottom and auto on the sides. And now it automatically creates margins on the side of the paragraph, so it's always in the center of the parent's container. Even if we change the width of the parent or change the screen size, and this one is very small, and we scroll down, we see that this paragraph is still exactly in the center of its parent's container. Now margin and auto only works for elements with display of block. And that is what we will cover next, after the CSS box model exercise. But first we have to add some extra code to our A/B test. I have the preview mode open right here. When we scroll down, this is where we are right now. And we could use some margin around the header. So let's open Developer Tools. Find the right selector. We have it right here. And let's give the margin of 10 pixels at the top and bottom and 0 on the sides. That looks nice. It gives it some more spacing. So let's copy this and paste it into our code. Go to CSS. You have the header right here. You already have some padding, and now we also have the margin. Let's save it. Now what we also want is to move the block upwards a bit. Let's make this a bit smaller. You can see how the block is very long. So let's select the block. There we go. Let's make this bigger again. We have the selector which we made in the test right here. And let's give the margin top of negative 25 pixels. And there we go. Now the block moves up. And it looks quite good. Let's copy this as well. Add it to the code. Right here. Save it. Let's refresh. I can close this. And this looks good. The code works. Now we've almost finished our A/B test, but there are still some important things to cover in CSS. And let's start with the box model exercise.